Super News, the only news channel that brings you the news from all over the world. Tonight with...
Good afternoon and welcome to Super News. I'm Clark Kent. After the latest examinations made by the National School Board, statistics show that 10 out of 10 students smoke inside school premises. The smoke can get into the ventilation system and spread to classroom and different staff rooms. Many students are worried that they'll be affected by this and passive smoking generally. Are the teenagers today unaware of the risks and the rules? Do they have enough knowledge about the consequences? Our reporter Bruce Wayne is now at one of the largest schools in Stockholm and he has some further information about this current issue. Over to you, Bruce.
Thank you, Clark. Right now I'm reporting outside Nacka Gymnasium here in Stockholm, a school with students between 16 and 19 years old. After being here and following these students for a whole day, I find it very normal to smoke in this age. Some of them are smoking inside the school premises and some of them don't. I asked a small group of students if they knew why they couldn't smoke inside the school area. They answered that they were aware of the rules and didn't care. They just moved a few yards away if some teacher came out and confronted them. Sorry, we have some technical problems here. Okay, we are back. The teachers here in Nacka obviously sees this like the big problem it really is. Every day they have to de-eye students from the school grounds when they are smoking. I rather think this examination is kind of unnecessary. The important question here is why they are smoking at all. Do the schools have any responsibility to inform about smoking generally? But that's another question, isn't it, Clark? This was Bruce Wayne reporting here from Nacka Gymnasium. Back to the studio.
That was Bruce Wayne reporting from Nacka Gymnasium. Now over to the anchor of international affairs, Peter Parker.
Thank you, Clark. The well-known violinist and pop singer Alexander Rybak was attacked at lunch earlier today when he was out looking for mushrooms, according to the Norwegian newspaper Dagbladet. Alexander Rybak is known for participating and winning the Eurovision Song Contest at 2009 with the Norwegian song Fairy Tale. Rybak was hit in his eye with a purse and was transported to the hospital by a policeman that fortunately was close to the crime scene. Alexander survived without any serious injuries and will be fully recovered. Hopefully. Witnesses described the attacker as a middle-aged woman with brown hair, crazy eyes and dressed in black clothes. We have our security expert Tony Stark on the scene of the crime in Norway at the moment. Over to you, Tony.
After the started. Den är på.
Okay, I can hear now in my ear that we are experiencing some technical issues at the moment. Here's amateur picture showing Alexander directly after the assault. Okay, I hear now that the problem should be solved. How is the situation now in Norway, Tony?
The situation is under control at the moment, Peter. About 60 minutes ago, it was unmanageable for the police. People were crying everywhere. An older woman was so drenched in grief that she tore off all of her clothes and ran into the forest, screaming in agony. It was earlier this afternoon that Alexander Rybak was attacked. He lives in this neighborhood and was not far from home when the woman jumped out in front of him and beat him with a purse. Alexander should be truly thankful that the attacker was scared off by a small dog just a few seconds after she started the beating. It could have ended far worse without the savior. The dog could unfortunately not be reached for an interview afterwards. As we all know, there has been a high demand for the nutritious decomposers since the scientist Peter Griffin found out how to make a special kind of butter made of the rare Norwegian mushroom porcini, what we in Sweden call Karl Johan swamp, and saturated fat. We've received various reports about people traveling to Norway from all over Europe to collect this popular ingredient. This is not the first assault in this part of the country. since the production of butter has been so low, and and the prices have gotten higher the past months, the inhabitants have found other toppings for their sandwiches. Butter made of mushrooms is one of these things. I'm sorry. This is a popular place for picking mushrooms, and based on these facts, the local police suspect that it was a robbery because the mushroom that Alexander had collected were all missing. We met a young woman who said that she wanted to start a demonstration against the low security for celebrities. She said that she's one of his biggest fans and would die for him. She was also very disappointed that there weren't any bodyguards there to protect him. According to her, it's the government's fault. They're not taking care of their well-known musicians, movie stars, and other people from Norway. It's true what this woman said. It has become an important security question, and with the attack of the famous singer, the debate will be highlighted. We will of course follow this vital and interesting subject as it's being discussed. This is Tony Stark reporting for Norway. Back to you in the studio, Peter.
That was it for tonight. We are Super News. We don't do serious news, but if we did, it would probably be the best serious news in the world.
We sure do, Peter. We sure do.